Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Kung napapansin ninyo, nasa ibang lugar na naman ako ngayon at ako ay nandito ngayon sa aming seminaryo. At ngayong linggong ito ay pagdiriwang namin ng aming alumni homecoming. Nasa likuran ko, yung aming seminary, ang Holy Apostles Senior Seminary. Kaya ipagpaumanhin po muna ninyo dahil pansamantala, buong linggo, from Monday to Friday, ako muna ay magpapaliban ng aking banal na misa. Pero, ganun pa man, samahan niyo ako sa pang-araw-araw na pagninilay. Bibigyan ko pa rin kayo ng araw-araw nating gospel reflection at sama-sama pa rin tayong magninilay. At bukod dyan, dadagdagan ko pa rin ng pamamasyal natin dito sa loob ng aming seminaryo. Itutur ko kayo dito sa loob ng aming seminaryo at bawat araw, papakita ko sa inyo yung mga paboritong lugar ko dito sa loob ng aming seminaryo. Tutur natin ko kayo at doon ko rin ibibigay ang aking gospel reflection sa araw na yon. Pero sa ngayon, samahan niyo muna ako at pasukin natin itong Holy Apostles Senior Seminary. Ito ang Holy Apostles Senior Seminary. Ito ang Archdiocesan Seminary ng Archdiocese of Manila na intended para sa mga lay vocations. Ang lay vocations, tinatawag ay yung mga seminarista na nag-decide na pumasok sa seminaryo pagkatapos ng kolehiyo sa labas at nagtrabaho. Itong aming seminaryo, lahat ng mga seminarista dapat professional na. At kaya naman, espesyal ang seminaryong ito dahil hindi tulad ng mga regular seminary kung saan doon pa lang nagkokolehiyo ang isang bata o isang lalaki na nagnanais magmutari. Sukin natin ang seminaryo. Pagpasok mo dito sa loob ng seminaryo, hubungan sa iyo ang imahe ni St. John Marie Vianney. Siya ang patron ng mga dalosesan na pari. Nandito ako ngayon sa lobby ng aming seminaryo at malaki na ang pinagbago nitong lugar na to. Although physical arrangement lang naman ang nagbago, itong lugar ito, napaka-memorable nito sa aming mga seminarista dahil dito ginagawa yung rite of acceptance. Dito kami tinatanggap ng mga coordinators, ng mga pare, nung kami ay nagdesisyong pumasok o papasok ng seminaryo. Merong rite yun na medyo very touching and very personal para sa akin. Kaya naman hindi ko malilimutan itong lugar nito dahil dito sa lobby na ito, araw-araw, umaga, gabi, dito kami halos nakatambay. At dito rin kami nagpapaksan ng Diaryo. Nandito pa rin talaga ito. So, ito lang yung aming form of communications or information sa labas. Dahil wala naman kaming cellphone dito. Kaya pagbabasa ng dyaryo, papabalita kami kung ano ang mga nangyayari at anong mga kaganapan sa labas. Pero sa ngayon muna, tayo muna mag-rely para sa pagbasa sa araw na ito. The Gospel reading is taken from St. Matthew. While Jesus was speaking, an official came forward, knelt down before him, and said, "My daughter has just died, but come, lay your hand on her, and she will live." Jesus rose and followed him, and so did his disciples. A woman suffering hemorrhages for 12 years came up behind him and touched the tassel on his cloak. She said to herself, "If only I can touch his cloak, I shall be cured." Jesus turned around and saw her and said, "Courage, daughter, your faith has saved you." And from that hour, the woman was cured. When Jesus arrived at the official's house and saw the flute players and the crowd who were making a commotion, he said, "Go away. The girl is not dead, but sleeping." And they ridiculed him. When the crowd was put out, he came and took her by the hand, and the little girl arose, and news of this spread throughout all the land. The Gospel of the Lord. Do you believe in long-distance relationship? Is it possible for a long-distance relationship to work? This is what the two characters in our Gospel today would want to show us. The official, whose daughter had just died, was looking for Jesus to revive his daughter, while the woman, suffering hemorrhages for 12 years, told herself that if she could only touch the tassel on Jesus' cloak, she will be healed. Both of these characters were not disciples of Jesus, nor followers. As we all know, as an official, he has a different job, while the woman who's suffering hemorrhages, she cannot really come close to Jesus because she is bleeding. And a person during Jesus' time suffering from bleeding considered unclean and dirty. So the person or that person could not get close to Jesus or to people who are not bleeding, or else they would be considered unclean and dirty. We see here that these two characters somehow have a distance with Jesus, physical distance. But though these two characters are not literally close to Jesus, they still manage to have and build a relationship with Jesus, which caused them to have faith in Him. Kahit hindi sila pisikal na nakakasama ni Jesus, kilala nila si Jesus. Kahit hindi nila literal na laging nakakalapit kay Jesus, alam nila na siya ay lalapitan ni Jesus, or alam nila na siya ang lalapitan sa oras ng kagipitan. Kahit magkakalayo o malayo sa kanila si Jesus, parehas nilang nakuhang manampalataya kay Jesus. Paano? Siguro, mula sa malayo, kinikilala nila si Jesus. Kahit malayo, nilalapit nila yung loob nila kay Jesus. At kahit magkalayo, nagtitiwala sila kay Jesus. Probably, their distance was not a hindrance for them to know Jesus. Malayo si Jesus. At sila nakakalapit kay Jesus. Nakakabalita sila tungkol kay Jesus. Nakakarinig sila ng kwento tungkol kay Jesus. The official, the woman, are showing us that relationship knows no distance. We can be together, but far from each other. But we can far from each other, but be close to one another. See? Relationship is about closeness of two hearts. Yung mga manunugtog ng plauta, kahit malapit na sa kanila si Jesus, hindi pa rin sila naniwala kay Jesus na kaya niyang buhayin ang anak ng opisyales. Dahil kahit pisikal na malapit sila kay Jesus, anak silang relasyon. Yun ang pinagkaiba ng opisyales at ng babaeng dinudugo sa mga manunugtog ng flauta. Ibang sila, literal na magkalapit o malapit, pero dahil sa kanilang relasyon na nabuo, sila ay natutong manampalataya. Mga kapatid, pag-ilayan natin sa araw na ito, tatanungin natin sa ating mga sarili, malapit ba o malayo sa akin ang Diyos? Nilalapit ko ba ang sarili ko sa Diyos? Kayo naman, maghilay. And hopefully, I could hear from you. Share your reflections on this, and I will read it. Hopefully, I could also hear from you.